Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at another iconic issue from John Byrne's legendary Superman run, the introduction of Bloodsport, Superman #4. Bloodsport, he plays for keeps. Alright, so this is what we are looking at today. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Let's get right into it. Alright, what a cool cover. I love this cover so much. Bloodsport is like a pretty iconic looking character. I feel like he very much speaks of the time, like it's 87. I feel like we're doing like kind of the Rambo thing here and the machismo, like badass, like ex-nom, sort of like, you know, gun wielding character is sort of in vogue now. So I feel like this is totally on trend. But this cover is very cool because he does look cool. I love this angle. It's always kind of cool and disruptive when, they're destroying the logo. It definitely sets sort of a gravitas. Obviously you should only do it with something as iconic as the Superman logo because, you know, logos are meant to be recognizable. And then, it's disturbing to see a beloved logo, blown up, shot up like that. I love the shells. I mean, this actually feels very much like a precursor to like the Image comic characters of like, Young Blood and uh, blood, all the blood names and the Deadpools and that sort of things. I mean, it definitely feels like that because we're getting into the guns and, the badassery of it all. But I have to say, this is sort of like more of a precursor than part of it, definitely, for sure. Superman's torn cape, like pretty recognizable. I like that they chose to do the cover white in the back. It sort of like makes it pop more. Shazam. I believe I have that if I didn't cover it already. I don't, oh my god, my new obsession, Philip, if you're watching, my friend Philip, he cannot believe that I'm a fan of the Detroit Justice League, but I guess, I don't know if it's good or bad or not. I just want the omnibus, and I don't think it's super affordable, or if at all. I would love to cover it. Anyone want to loan it to me? Just kidding. Anyway, but maybe I'll just find the individual issues. But I feel like I do have some of the individual issues. But I sort of had this sort of I don't know. I just loved it for some reason. I love the characters. I love the lineup. And I lived in Ohio, so, Detroit was close. Anyway, we're talking about Superman, Bloodsport introduction. It's Christmas time in the city, and you can tell Jimmy and Lucy are having lunch at this diner. There's Christmas trees, and 80s asymmetrical hairdos are still in play. I can see the Carl Kessel inking already, right? Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Oh my gosh, it's a public shooting. This would be so triggering now. They would probably never put this in here. I guess, right? I don't know. John Byrne, writer, penciler, Carl Kessel, inker, Anthony Tolan, colorist, John Costanza, letterer, Helfer Carlin, editors. Bloodsport. I mean, that's a great name, right? And a great character. I mean, he looks cool. He looks like typical. He looks like Rambo. He looks like, he could be in any knockoff sort of A-Team or, I don't know, Rambo, sort of like a Jean-Claude Van Damme thing happening at the time. Love the splash page. That is so good. I really love the architecture that Byrne did in Metropolis. I felt like it was just different enough because, I mean, obviously I feel like a lot of times when people are drawing Metropolis, they're pretty much just drawing New York, right? And then Gotham's more like Chicago. I feel like everybody knows that. Is it? Or is it the best kept secret, the worst kept secret? Maggie Sawyer. It's funny because, and I talked about this recently, I hate to spread ill will, or not ill will, but not 100% that Byrne was loving the way Kessel inked his faces. And sometimes I can see where that might be the case. An overall solid ink job, though. Like I said recently as well, Hembex, there is name dropping all the place. Jeanette Kahn, Hembex, Not sure. Faulkner's, I don't know if that's William Faulkner. I can't think of a comic book person named Faulkner. Great use of silhouette with the, I felt like Byrne did that a lot. Like there was a lot of great, you know, Byrne has such a great way. I always say like a good superhero is always recognizable by their silhouette. And there's just something so iconic about it when Byrne does it. Who did not love this run, Justice League International, of the Justice League, the Keith Giffen, J.M. DeMatteis, Kevin McGuire, Terry Austin, like amazing art, like comedy that really worked within a serious superhero comic book for like one of the first and most effective times. I thought it was really good. I loved it. Especially that McGuire art was a revelation. Maggie Sawyer, pretty iconic character. Like John Byrne has definitely created a plethora of characters, and I feel like his you know, supporting characters are always pretty solid as well. I think like on a lot of his runs, I mean, especially the Superman revamp, it's going to be a different story entirely, but a lot of his runs, I feel like he always had a good mixture of you know, existing supporting characters, existing villains, and his addition of original supporting characters, original villains, and, you know, original types of stories. Of course, you always do kind of want to see their own twist. Like, you know, of course, if Todd McFarlane is doing Spider-Man, you want to see his Lizard, you want to see his Green Goblin, you want to see his Venom, you know. But then it's fun to see him do something new, too, if it's something really cool. And it was, like Venom, right? I mean, where are they? Are they at an airport? There's, like, so many, like, bad things happening here. I don't know. I don't really remember BloodSport's story, but that is a cool-ass panel. That is very, very speaks. See, but, okay, guys. This, not to slam him too hard. Not that I'm afraid to, though, but, you know, old vacuum cleaner guns, who would, like, doesn't this just feel like a dangerous, did John Byrne predict the image? Like, but this is, like, so well drawn, so detailed, like, the guns look correct, you know what I mean? I love this, like, attention to detail, like, they're shooting around, so these have smoked already, and these two are firing. That is, like, so cool. That, Stephen Platt, who, look at all those shells in the background. Byrne, killing it in 1987. Definitely a precursor. His name is Bloodsport. I think, you know, they say the Simpsons predict things. There's a thing about Byrne predicting things. Byrne is predicting this whole thing is a Byrne prediction right there. What? You shot my cape. I love a panel like that. Just like super juicy, thick ink lines done with a brush. Done well here too. Nice silhouette. I feel like Byrne has done this pose, if not for other characters, but, you know, there are certain tropes that certain artists have, like, you know, this definitely is evocative, I feel, of the cover of #1 with, you know, Metallo. In a way, I don't think it's supposed to be. I don't know. It's a great angle. I like it. It's different enough. You know, it's just something in an artist's wheelhouse, you know, just a way that they tell a story, perhaps. It's interesting color choices there. It's a cool, like, calcification effect of the gun. This feels like a Byrne trope too. Like, I feel like we've seen the, you know, like the character in a wheelchair or the disabled character or the paraplegic behind the screen many times. Once again, a cool utilization of the silhouette of Superman where you can still see his emblem in the dark. That's an eerie kind of panel, pre 9/11 Anyway, another awesome, great issue of Superman by John Byrne and Carl Kessel from his great run. I really loved Superman by John Byrne, so I hope you do too. I hope you enjoyed that. Fun M&M's ads. Like, it would have been fun to have been like the advertising artist who got to draw that. It'd be kind of fun to own that original art too. Anyway, Superman, Bloodsport, he plays for keeps. Number 4. Subscribe, like, share my content. I'll bring you more later. Thanks, guys.